Hi, my name is Marian Jordan, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey with It Works Global. So I started May 2015, and I was really hesitant in the beginning. I had a very good friend that was like, just try these wraps. They're really cool. And of course, I was like, no, I don't want to try your wraps. And then she kept on about it. And then she used one. I was like, okay, fine, I'll use one of your wraps. So then she wrapped me, and lo and behold, it worked. Oops. So I told her, okay, I take that back. It did not work right away for me, and that is common. It worked the next day after I did water, because at first I was like, hey, yeah, this thing didn't work. But then the next day is when I started feeling like there was a change. So then I was like, okay, what else do you have? And she's like, well, I have these things called greens that I really like too. And I was like, okay, let me try your greens. So we tried the greens, and I fell in love with the greens. Okay, so I am a teacher. I'm a special ed teacher at an elementary school. And I always got really tired between, the 2 o'clock and the 4 o'clock hour. I would be so sluggish and tired. Well, the greens changed all that. And I was like, this is the holy grail. OMG. So I signed up as a distributor, and I told myself I would give it 1 year just to see, how it went. So I went to work, and my love of greens was just like, I just shared them with everybody. I started using more and more of the products. I loved every single product that we had, and it just became like a sharing, thing for me, to share, what I love. So within the first 2 months, I got, and at that time it was a double Ruby bonus, I got the $1,000 Ruby bonus on top of my Ruby commission, which is around $500 for a strong Ruby. So I was like, this is pretty cool. I just got $1,000, and I have an extra $500 a month. That's a car payment. So then I was like, okay, let me look at this compensation plan. I was like, okay, well, this is how you get to the next level. Okay, I can do this. And I just started going for it. Then I would promote every single month after that. So within 4 months of being in the business, I went diamond. And diamond is the rank you'll find out where you can just print money. It is an amazing thing. It's where the doors open and the compensation plan just opens up. So I just, was recruiting people through word of mouth, really. I did some social media parties. I did some, live parties. Really, it was just about my love of the business, because I started falling in love with it just by using the products and going to events. There was amazing women that I was meeting all over the United States, actually all over the world, because I have a good friend now in Europe. One of my best friends now is in Arizona. One is in St. Louis. I mean, it just was like, oh, wow, these are amazing women. These are positive women that just want to strive to have a better life. I get that. Before this, I'm going to back on up. I went through a pretty bad divorce, and I kind of lost myself in that marriage. And there was some abuse. So I was trying to get through that and find my way. I had been divorced for about 4 years before I found It Works. And I was just, not really finding something that just really fulfilled me and made me feel back to my normal self. I had done a little bit of things like fostering dogs, and that did help a lot. But I needed something a little bit more, and I just didn't know where. I didn't know what. And then I really feel like God placed this in my lap. So, because it also, within less than a year, paid off all my divorce debt. It bought me Invisalign. What else did it do? Hello, my dream car. I got to buy, my Acura SUV, which I never thought was going to happen, especially right after my divorce, because I thought I was going to have that debt forever, or be paying on it forever. So I won also when I first started. I also won a spot on the cruise. I won a free full cabin on the cruise. So of course I took my enroller, my friend, on that cruise. That was awesome too, because I got to see all these people again that had like the same vision, that wanted, you know, a better life like I did, just to be financially free, have freedom. So I was just like totally motivated. I was like, okay, I'm going to just tell everybody I see about this business, because this is just awesome. The products are awesome. The people are awesome. The compensation plan is awesome. Like, there's nothing that is not awesome about this company. So fast forward to 11 months into the business, I went double diamond and I won a $30,000 bonus. And that is when I was like, wow, this can really be something, because it started to match my monthly income as a teacher after 10 years of teaching and 3 degrees. I almost have my doctorate. So that was just like mind-boggling, how this company can almost pay me what I went to school for that many years. It's like, whoa. So I just was like running with it, really. I mean, I couldn't stop telling anybody, everybody. We have the cutest clothes here. Like, I have on a shirt right here that is, you can't really see it, but it's from the cruise. But the clothes are adorable. I wear them all the time. And people will just stop and ask, you know, and it's like right here. I'm eating cheese right now. It's just been such a blessing to me. I have been able to remodel, you know, my bathroom in my house. I've been able to remodel the outside part. I've been able to go to Peru. I've been able to go on all these amazing trips that I never thought I was going to do, especially not this soon after my divorce, because I thought I was going to have a ton of divorce debt to be paying on for a very long time. I just want you to know that it is a very legit company. I know that network marketing is not the norm. I know that it sounds weird, because I was that way. I was like, oh, what is this about? But it is the way that that we're going. You know, you see all these other direct marketing companies too, and I mean, it's happening with everything. This is the way that, you know, we're moving towards, is the new way to, you know, do things. And it really empowers, especially a woman that, you know, has to work a job, but then you can also do this. So I remember my first year teaching, I also continued to do my job as a waitress at Applebee's, actually for the first 2 years of teaching, because I just wasn't making enough to, you know, make a living the way that I wanted to live. When I think back about that now, and I think, wow, what if I would have known about It Works then? I could probably be presidential or ambassador by now. I had no idea that this was around. And that's why I want to make it a point to share it with everybody, because like the other day I sold a box of wraps, and that was $100 I could just put in my pocket. I remember when I was waitressing, and that would have taken a whole shift, and that would be a good shift. So that would have been all night working away from my house. You know, I think like this is the perfect job for a mother, for a college kid, because they can work around their classes. It's just the perfect opportunity for an already busy person too, you know, to fit it into their lifestyle. I really love how our CEO and his wife run the business. I didn't know it when I signed, but then I quickly learned this is a Christian-based company. Our CEO and his wife pray over everything that we do. They very much have family values, you know, about everything really that we do. And I just was like, wow. I remember the first event I went to, and I found that out. I was like, that is so cool, you know. And then recently when I went to Green Carpet, I heard the history from Mark Pentecost and his wife, and just hearing how God put everything in place for this company to really evolve. It's just like, wow, you know, that you know, when they say like everything happens for a reason, and if it's supposed to be, God will make a way. There was like little bitty things around about the journey that he was saying that it could just have only been God. people came into play, the right people at the right time. They came and helped because they believed in him and his wife. And the business, started with just the wrap. Actually, Pam Souter found the wrap. So I love that a woman found the wrap first. And then she, went to market. Together they made the company. But it is something definitely that, you don't need to look away from. Before I joined with my friend, I had 2 other people ask me to join their team like the past year. And I just was like, that way, nah, no. And then it wasn't until my close friend said, like, no, you really need to try this. Again, wonder what would it be? Where would I be now if I would have done it earlier, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. It is what it is now, this is what we call our party pad. I'm going to show you what, as of right now, here we go. This is the average income annually. So, of course, when I started, I was here. So within less than a year, I got to here, right here. And it just took, being diligent and following the steps of success every single month and just going for it. Of course, I do hope to be here. Our leader is a year younger than me, and it was a teacher. And then she, of course, retired herself because this is obviously a lot more money than teachers make. So her story is pretty cool too. And looking at this, now I remember thinking and looking at it too with my friend for the first time. I was like, yeah, right, that's not true. But like, this is so true. This is and this is pretty legit. This is pretty legit, like right on target. Like I think they did an average, but this is pretty right on the money here. And so you see, like when I get to triple, hopefully soon, hopefully this year, then I can think about kind of, maybe even retiring too, because that is a lot more money and I need to, the good thing with my job as a teacher is I can do this and then always go back to teaching if something fails with this. So I do love that part of it, too, if, something happens, but I don't think it will because this company has been around for, since 2001, I believe, and they just keep getting bigger and better by the second. This is what I have this sitting right here next to me, a starter kit. And you saw this is the party pad that you get too. So you get to take this with you when you want to talk to potentials, because you want to grow your team and show all this. And they give you everything you need. Here's a picture of Mark and Sydney. So I don't know. It's a blessing. Like I said, you can contact me. I have my It Works website is myowndiva.itworks.com, or you can email me at myowndiva@gmail.com, or you can always just find me on Facebook, Marianne Jordan. And I would love to talk to you too about this opportunity. Thank you so much for listening.